In everyday life, we constantly have to make decisions how we go about our day. When we run late for class, we often find ourselves hurrying to grab a coffee beforehand to somehow survive the day. Obviously, this is a prime time for students to get coffee, and we find ourselves at the end of a long line. We could jump the queue to be quicker, but usually we wait in line even if we're late for the lecture. Studies show that very often humans adhere to the social norm that lines should not be skipped. This form of cooperative behavior is also found in the world of animals, like with ants or meerkats. And even rats help each other out when they need help, without getting anything in return. So how deeply rooted is cooperative behavior, and how does our behavior change if we're presented with an immediate reward? Do we become more selfish? To test this, we conducted a small experiment on campus. We had participants take part in the Prisoner's Dilemma, a strategic game where two people can win a prize based on their decisions. Each participant can either choose to split or steal a prize. If both choose to split, both get a small cheap cup of coffee. If one steals and the other one splits, only the one who steals receives a more expensive big cup of coffee. But if both choose to steal, they both don't get anything. The two participants were seated in front of each other. However, we put a barrier in between them so they could not see or communicate with each other. That means that they did not know what the other person decided on until they both made their decision. Let's see what they chose to do. What happened here? Why did so many participants choose to steal? Well, humans can make decisions based on two different types of thinking. A fast and intuitive System 1 thinking, and a slow, deliberate and analytical System 2 thinking. What we just witnessed was System 2 thinking, because the students had plenty of time to decide whether to split or to steal. In the experiment, you can see the participants weighing the options, which here resulted in more strategic and selfish choices. This is because System 1 and System 2 thinking rely on different brain areas, which are involved in different types of decision-making. System 1 thinking relies on an area called ventral medial prefrontal cortex. This brain area is usually also active when we make more cooperative and pro-social decisions. System 2 thinking, on the other hand, relies on two different brain areas, namely the medial temporal lobe and the left temporal parietal junction. These two areas are also active when we make strategic, selfish decisions. So when we have enough time, we're more likely to engage in System 2 thinking, which activates the brain areas that are also used to make selfish decisions. But what happens if we don't give participants enough time to think about their decisions? Will they rely more on System 1 thinking that activates the brain areas used to make more cooperative decisions? For half of our participants, we set a timer to 5 seconds, in which they had to make their decision to split or steal. Let's see how that affected their choice. As expected, we saw more cooperative behavior when participants had no time to think about their options. So what can we take away from this? We seem to be intuitively cooperative, and only when we have time to think about what to do, we tend to make more strategic and selfish decisions. After all, it's nicer to enjoy coffee together.